Okay, iDubz analysis. iDubz. I will be playing Cruelty Squad. I've only watched the first 23 seconds of this. It came out 42 minutes ago. 5/18/2023. Let's go. This is after his infamous. Okay, so for context, this whole thing, from what I understand, iDubz really doesn't like Sam Hyde because of Sam Hyde copy striking his videos or something like that, and then Sam Hyde was like, do a squat or something below parallel. And then it inspired iDubz to be a better creator. He's got 7 million subs, and then he's changed a bit over the years and become a bit of a hypocrite, and people say it's because of his wife Anissa. And then he waited 3 months and did Creator Clash 1 and 2, where he did a boxing event with people, and then, oh my god, and then he banned Sam Hyde for I guess I could go over this first. You know, most people have seen this
it's
video.
Like you. Brief update, I am healed from Creator Clash 2.
And then he blames Sam Hyde and complains about Sam Hyde a lot. So you'll have to go watch that video. It's great. It's amazing. Go watch that first. Go watch this one, then watch this one, or me commenting on it.
For a while,
I am CryoKeen, and I mean you no harm, Mr. iDubz or Anissa. Oh my gosh, here we go.
For a while, I felt like if I changed my content over time, that people would see that as a reflection of who I am and what I value. But I'm starting to realize that that is a very weak and passive way to, you know, run my channel and live my life. So I think it's, you know, if I'm going to have the balls to go to Tana's fan meetup and say slurs at her and make a video about how it's okay to say slurs, I think I should have the balls to make an apology video.
There you go.
Take accountability for the mistakes I made. So that's what this video is.
An apology.
I've realized that I need to be crystal clear about what I believe, so there's no room for ambiguity. I am responsible for creating a lot of hurtful and damaging content on this channel. And I've also created...
God, yes, you have, but that's how you became the person you are today. So at least he's fessing up a bit here. Like, I'll give him respect for that. That's my thing. Like, I've never really hated iDubz, and I do like / love Sam Hyde, but I have known iDubz, I think, longer back in the day when he did really edgy content, and now it's just him like talking about how he's changed and shit, and that's true. That's good. But oh my god, I mean, he's done such controversial shit, which he's just said. He said the N-word. Say nigga. It's crazy. It's like, now I said it. Now I'm iDubz. Now I'm Sam Hyde. Yeah, it's just crazy. Why people get so caught up over it, over words. Even I'm sweating. Here we go.
Created a culture of about what I believe, so there's no room for ambiguity. I am responsible for creating a lot of hurtful and damaging content on this channel, and I've also created a culture of apathy and, I don't know, a lot of like cruelty as well.
That's true.
Like, you know, some of the videos I've made have been very not edgy. I don't think they you know, some of these videos were edgy. I a culture of
just watch it for a bit.
Apathy and, I don't know, a lot of like cruelty as well. Like, you know, some of the videos I've made have been very not edgy. I don't think they you know, some of these videos were edgy. I think they were just outright cruel. So I don't want people to, you know, get it confused about, you know, where I stand. I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that. And I'm...
How long did he practice this message with Anissa? Or, I mean, okay, sorry, let's...
I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and you know, obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. Sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I need to acknowledge that, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it.
Okay.
The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I'm a human. I'm a real human who makes mistakes, and I make a different set of mistakes than the people I was making videos on, but it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave, and it's not. It's super irresponsible and shitty. I am very insecure about my ability.
This guy, this motherfucker, I guess he does look like he's finally, look at that stare, that 1,000-yard iDubz stare, what have I done? This is how I got here. I made fun of people and called them the N-word. What have I done? I have 7 million subscribers and I have an OnlyFans girlfriend. Sorry, wife, I apologize. And she's not just an OnlyFans. I'm actually thinking about starting OnlyFans. CryoKeen OnlyFans. Seriously, go check it out. It's up right now. Nothing's on it, but I got one. I somewhat applaud sex work, but the stigma is never going to go away. At least in American Western society. It seems like in Japan and other ancient cultures in Europe, sex work is more respected or part of the culture. But in America, all that Christian and prudishness, and America's only 300 years old.
Ability to create interesting content or entertain. It's gotten better over the years, but it's something that I have struggled with constantly, and it's one of the reasons.
This guy made so many videos making fun of people, and he didn't give a fuck for years. He didn't give a fuck for years and years and years and years and years. I can have more sympathy for Airsoft Fatty than this guy.
Why?
But everybody deserves sympathy. We're all human. We all can love and change.
I'll
play the UFO game.
Kept making this hurtful content. I ended up pivoting it into other things because I felt bad about it, innately. But it's still something that I struggle with, and I don't want you to interpret that as an excuse, but I hope that is relatable to other creators who maybe struggle with the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not confident in my ability to entertain, and I think if I had to rely on my personality to entertain people, that I wouldn't have any amount of success, and that is really hard to come to terms with. I was being very bigoted in a lot of my videos, and I justified it because I didn't think it was too serious, and I thought that people were going to see that I had good intentions, but that's so silly, Casual racism is still racism.
But that's so silly. Casual racism is still racism, guys. Except for when it's against white people. Oops.
Casual bigotry is still bigotry.
Yeah.
And, I said a lot of things that
nice
I look back at and
whites,
I cringe now, and I'm like, that is
every
an
race. Be beautiful and loving to every single race. Gee, I wonder why there's so many mass shootings. This game is so fucked up. This game is so fucked up.
awful thing to say. It doesn't matter what my intentions are. Like, if I'm hurting people, I'm hurting people.
Yes.
And, you know, who the fuck knows what my intentions
I do feel like our society is going through this transformation where everybody's realizing that everything you do does hurt other people, but at the same time, you gotta care about yourself and your family. And it's just but the internet has given people giant brains, or like a giant brain learning involving
intentions are. Like, sarcasm and like jokiness and jokey tone only goes so far, especially over the internet. Even in real life, that's like an impossible thing to know with 100% certainty. I've just always had this dumb philosophy that I'm not responsible for, you know, my audience and how.
Thing is, for most of my life, I felt the opposite. I always felt like I was so responsible for everyone and everything, but now, only that I'm older and 37, I'm like, holy shit, I'm not responsible for everyone and everything on fucking Earth. But maybe we all should take a little bit of responsibility. So I'm glad that he's getting there.
How they behave beyond what content I put out. And that's stupid. And it's what I put out, or, you know, my audience.
Yeah, you were stupid.
Sarcasm and like jokiness knows what are. Like, if I'm hurting people, I'm hurting people. And, you know, who the fuck knows what my intentions are? Like, sarcasm and like jokiness and jokey tone only goes so far, especially over the internet. Even in real life, that's like an impossible thing to know with 100% certainty. I've just always had this dumb philosophy that I'm not responsible for, you know, my audience and how they behave beyond what content I put out. And that's stupid, and it's led to a lot of hate and a lot of bad outcomes. And I just want to make it clear that I am absolutely responsible for my audience. And you know, seriously, I guess if you want to, you know, look out for people who are red flags, it's definitely people who had my mentality that say I'm not responsible for what my audience does. I know that this apology isn't enough. I've clearly done a lot of damage. You know, these videos have been up for a long time and have accumulated millions of views. I shouldn't be able to just make an apology video and walk away from it. Yeah. This is something that I should live the rest of my life with, and I expect to. I've profited off of this bigoted content for years, and I've made a successful career out of it, and that's not right. I think that this is only a step in the right direction.
It's sort of okay. I think comedy is one of those things that should be preserved, you know? Comedy, criticizing, you know, especially in a way that doesn't always threaten physical harm. Not that physical harm will ever happen, but I respect that he chose to be a commentator, you know? And, you know. I respect that iDubz made funny content that was edgy, and it hurt some people, but it benefited most people. Everything we do hurts some other person. I think Andrew Tate said something like he doesn't believe in crypto recently because it hurts people. And then he promotes his NFT and the same fucking thing. So we're all selfish fucking assholes. So I guess I'm glad that he's accepting and admitting that. But yeah, let's continue.
And I know that a lot more needs to be done to even approach a life that I would think would be like acceptable. I am running ads on this video, and any revenue generated from this video, I'm going to match and donate to an organization that, you know, would have been particularly affected by the type of rhetoric that I've been spewing on this channel. And again, this isn't the end of what I'm doing. This is just the start.
The beginning.
I don't feel like a lot of this content represents me as a person.
He's going to do reparations now. He's going to go help a bunch of black people. It's very noble of him. Very noble.
At least not anymore. There was a time where it probably perfectly represented me because I was a nasty, apathetic, insecure person. Now that I don't...
Now I have a phone call.
...feel like it represents me, and I want to distance myself from it and keep it from, you know, indoctrinating more people. I'd like to unlist the videos so that people, can access them still for whatever, purposes they might want to do that for. But it's not being proliferated on the website. I feel like that's the best solution, at least for the time being. And for anyone who liked those videos, I want this video to be an example and a lesson for you. You can like content, and you can also think that it's videos, purposes, distance myself from it, and keep it from,
aliens won't help my dying friend.
And that's just minority groups who had to do that video. I'm sorry to everyone that I made content. Snap into that part of your brain.
I'm so sorry.
That's saying like, oh, okay, it's probably not that important.
Holy shit.
Unlist the videos so that people,
so he's gonna unlist them?
Would be like acceptable.
Oh my God.
I am running ads on this video, and any revenue generated from this video, I'm going to match and donate to an organization that would have been particularly affected by the type of rhetoric that I've been spewing on this channel. And again, this isn't the end of what I'm doing. This is just
my name is iDubz.
I don't feel like a lot of this content represents me as a person, at least not anymore. There was a time where it probably perfectly represented me because I was a nasty, apathetic, insecure person. Now that I don't feel like it represents me, and
Actually, I don't know if he loves
distance
drinking
myself from
or sex.
And now not anymore. Really affected by the type of rhetoric that I've been spewing on this channel.
Here we go.
And again, this isn't the end of what I'm doing. This is just the start. I don't feel like a lot of this content represents me as a person, at least not anymore. There was a time where it probably perfectly represented me because I was a nasty, apathetic, insecure person. Now that
What's wrong with being nasty? Being a human being is nasty. Apathetic? Okay, yeah. That's something we can all work on. Insecure. Yeah, we all got insecurities, and you chose to... Go ahead.
I don't feel like it represents me, and I want to distance myself.
I don't feel like it represents me, and I want to distance myself.
Holy shit, dude. You made fun of people for like... I don't know, how fucking long? A really long time. Like 8 years. And yeah, now I'm taking my Lexapro because I fucking need it. Lol. Like Sylvia. I love her and her big titties.
From it and keep it from, indoctrinating more people. I'd like to unlist the
Oh no! I'd like to keep it from indoctrinating more people.
videos so that people, can access them still for whatever, purposes they might want to do that for.
Okay. That's fair, that's nice. Title screen.
But it's not being proliferated on the website. I feel like that's the best solution, at least for the time being. And for anyone who liked those videos, I want this video to be an example and a lesson for you. You can like content, but you can also think that it's irresponsible and it's hurting other people. So just tap into that part of your brain that's saying like, oh, okay, it's probably not that important that this video stays online because truthfully, I've seen it, I've experienced the content.
Google is now going to start deactivating old YouTube channels as well. I thought some guy was being over bombastic by saying that people were eliminating history, but nope. Self-censorship. This is the thing. When I became a YouTuber, I never wanted to do this for myself. But I admit, the past couple years, I've been deleting older videos. I've been censoring myself a bit. But he's going the full turkey. He's going the whole shebang. He's going the whole YouTuber, A to Z route, which is you denounce your old content that got you there, and then you say that you're a fucking changed person. Yes, save my spirituality. Do you want to save changes to HCBS life? Yes. Fuck. My friend is dying. If you can send positive light orbs to her, please say hello the clouds. Please help my friend CryoKeen. and look into the night sky at night when it's clear, and say that, and then maybe you'll see some orbs, and maybe they'll get the message that they should help my friend. Because telepathy is real life, right? And the afterlife is real, right? So if Jesus is real, then Jesus is gonna fucking help this person, whether it's by helping and comforting them, or by healing them. Which either fucking one, right? Either fucking one. Right? Or it's all a lie. It's all a lie, and telepathy is a lie. It's all a lie, it's all a lie, it's all a lie, it's all a lie. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing this when my friend is dying. But that's life. I spare you because woman, man, woman, black, white, gray, black, white.
But it's done a lot of damage. We can just let it. We can let it go.
We're gonna let it go.
I'm
guys.
sorry to everyone that I made content cop videos on.
Oh God, he did it. He fucking did it. I mean, it's okay. It's respectable. That's what everyone was calling him out in the previous video. But this is... Now, I'll give him a thumbs... I haven't watched it yet.
I still don't like the majority of you, and that's fine, but I can recognize that you let it...
What?
But it's done a lot of damage. We can just let it... We can let it go. I'm sorry to everyone that I made content cop videos on. I still don't like the majority of you, and that's fine, but I can recognize that you did not deserve the hate and harassment that I sent your way. I particularly want to apologize to Tana. Tana, I'm sorry. I should have never made that video. I harassed Tana in person.
Yeah, you did.
And then harassed her online.
You said the
and
N-word.
That's
Why don't you say
deplorable
what you said?
behavior.
Why don't you say what you
it's
said?
so stupid.
Why don't you say what you
I'm
said?
also sorry to all the black viewers and minority groups who had to put up with that video and put up with you know the phrases. I
so
said
sorry.
either it's all okay or none of it's okay.
Yep.
And
It's all okay.
that's
or
just so
none of it's
dangerous
okay.
and stupid. I have made content.
No, it's not. It's called free speech absolutism, and I generally believe with it, except for there's such a thing in the American law called fighting words or some bullshit like that. I guess in other countries, though, just saying something slightly racist is illegal and problematic. But I was taught in the United States that it wasn't supposed to be. But maybe that's a codified thing into law, right? That white people did. So just, let black people say the N-word, and white people can't say the N-word. And we can't write it, and we can't say it, and just, that's what's important.
That I'm proud of over the years. It hasn't been as consistent as maybe I'd like it to have been.
I need
but
some more water.
There is a lot of content.
Because we're made of water. We're 60% water. 70% water. Oh, I already have water. Hey, hello. 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 You're a good boy. Good boy. My kitty is home.
That I
He
think
always reminds me to be kind.
had a net positive
My friend
on
who
the
is
world.
dying gave us this kitty. Or let him move in with us, rather. Come on. Come on. I'll pet you. I love you.
And, I'm going to strive to continue on that trend. But again, I'm absolutely going to continue to make mistakes, but I want the mistakes to be a lot smaller and a lot less serious. I also want to give some clarity to the post-fight speech that I gave. I mean, it wasn't a speech. It was a phrase. I was like,
I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I really do appreciate the support, and thank you for coming.
That was addressing the
not
people
everyone's cup of
over the
tea.
years that I neglected and I left behind. The people whose feelings I, didn't take into consideration. Those are the people who I was...
And Ben, the cashier, I was just so I didn't forget your name. So I should probably put my name back. Come on. 1000% free speech. Cryo cuck. Because I'm a cuck. Because I cry and whine. People make fun of me too. cuck. That's good for now.
Addressing as, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Anyone who thinks that I should be shouting the N-word from the rooftops,
Yes, you should.
I don't want to be your cup of tea.
Aw.
Now I want to talk about events and situations that have happened over the past 5 years of my life that have led me to the place I'm at now.
Part of the reason he's doing this is because it's trendy. You will get blacklisted if you're anyway making slightly what people perceive to be alt-right content now. And most of the content cop stuff is probably perceived now as alt-right, whether it was at the time or not.
Now, one year I was at a convention and a bunch of fans were, wanting pictures, and this particular fan came and a bunch of led me to the place I'm at now.
Okay.
One year I was at a convention and a bunch of fans were, wanting pictures.
Okay.
And this particular fan came up to me and said, I know you probably don't like transgender people, but can I, get a picture? That smacked me in the face. I was like, oh, holy shit. Why would you think that? But I mean, it was fairly obvious. I was being cruel, hateful, bigoted, and being very uncaring about people's feelings.
To everyone, every race, not just black and trans people, from what I remember.
That is a very fair assessment to make. I was giving this person bad vibes, and I think I've given a lot of people extremely bad vibes. Another event that was very important for me to experience was I went on a boxing podcast. I was basically like trying to walk back my Tana content cop. I was still very insecure and uncomfortable with the fact that I made that video. And but I was still coping. You'll see me struggle in this clip to, say that it was wrong.
So I just wanted to let you talk on that, right? Because obviously using the N-word.
That was not the clip. That was apparently something else.
I made that video.
So I was like, oh, you're playing Resident Evil.
And but I was still coping. You'll see me struggle in this clip to, say that it was wrong.
So I just wanted to let you talk on that, right? Because obviously using the N-word is definitely frowned upon by a lot of people, especially by a non-African American.
Yes, exactly. You gotta be cool. I mean, I know the deal. I know the score. You're not supposed to say it, but apparently you're not supposed to type it. If Elmo's singing his favorite song, then can Elmo say it, But can you do it? You could do it in private, right? But no, you can't even think it. You can't even think it.
But I was just curious.
That was a very weird video because I wanted to criticize her for her sort of flagrant use of it. I've been pretty flagrant about it too, not in the same way. Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're coming for you, Joe Rogan. You've said it a lot. We're coming for you, Joe Rogan. Again, for the third time, or fourth, or however many times.
I thought there was a message to be shared there, and I don't think it was particularly... It was okay in criticizing her, but I think I probably wasn't the person to deliver the message, if that makes sense. There was a message that I was trying to put out there, and I'm not really the person to put out that message. I don't regret making the video. I think there's bits and pieces to take from it that I think are valuable.
Still coping,
but I probably wouldn't make it these days.
Still coping.
I'm very grateful to those guys and how they broached the subject because it didn't put me.
It's okay to be regretful, but when it's this SJW fucking mob of people coming after you
on the defensive, it just made me realize I'm stupid. I mean,
I'm stupid too. I'm willing to change, but this whole you must preferred pronouns, basically. You will respect my all right.
And I really need to acknowledge these things. What am I doing?
What am I doing?
I'm still trying to make excuses for myself and why I made that video. It's it was a dumb idea. I harassed someone. I was saying slurs and I was trying to justify it all. A very big thing that has sort of altered my view on all of this is just the amount of hate and harassment my wife Anissa has received over the years. She's had to deal with it from the beginning of our relationship, and I have done a horrible job at acknowledging her and her feelings for it. A lot of the time I just thought that was her problem, or that was other people's problem. It's not my problem. She's had to deal with it from the beginning of our relationship, and I have done a horrible job at acknowledging her and her feelings for it. A lot of the time I just thought that was her problem, or that was other people's problem. Like, it's not my problem that you're getting hate and culture that I cultivated, and
the face. That's what Anissa said. Get it? Because she's a porn star, which is cool.
Didn't relationship, hate and harassment. Beginning of our relationship, a very big thing that has one. I was saying slurs and I was trying to justify it all. A very big thing that has slurs. Like, what am I doing? Stupid. Offensive. It just made me realize, like, I'm stupid.
I think that's one thing we can all agree on. We love you, iDubz.
I'm stupid, and I really need to, like, acknowledge these things.
A little bit faster.
Like, what am I doing? I'm still trying to make excuses for myself and, like, why I made that video. It's like, it was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
I harassed someone.
Which you've done on every content cop. And you did it in particular, from what I understood, because she probably deserved it, maybe. But then it made her life even worse, apparently.
I was saying slurs and I was trying to justify it all. A very big thing that has sort of altered my view on all of this is just the amount of hate and harassment my wife Anissa has received over the years. She's had to deal with it from the beginning of our relationship, and I have done a
horrible
job at acknowledging her and her feelings for it. A lot of the time I just thought that was
funny, guys.
That was her problem, or that was other people's problem. Like, it's not my problem that you're getting hate and harassment. And it's like, no, it absolutely is. That's the culture that I cultivated, and I didn't do anything to change that. Over the years,
it wasn't just him. And I like how much he, like, this is me. I'm so influential. I'm the mighty iDubz. I'm the guy.
Changed a little.
I'm the guy.
Little bit, but I don't think I've still fully acknowledged how responsible I am for the amount of harassment that Anissa has had to deal with. And this year, I decided to speak more candidly and be more open about who I am as a person, and to speak on my life a little bit more. And I did that on Anthony Padilla's podcast. These are the people that I'm attracting. These are the people that I'm entertaining. Like, I need to reevaluate and be more open on Anthony Padilla's podcast. These are the people that I'm attracting. These are the people that I'm entertaining. Like, these.
That guy is straight up orgasming for iDubz.
Attracting. These are the people.
This guy's about to nut for iDubz.
I'm entertaining. Like, I need to reevaluate
things. Childish. He's right. We all need to reevaluate our lives when we're in our 30s. So that's what he's doing. He's saying goodbye to old iDubz. Goodbye, iDubz. Hello, social justice warrior iDubz. Oh, we're gonna love you too, but in a different way, buddy. In a different way. You're more honest, so I think people are gonna respect you more. But those people that hate you, oh my God, brother.
They're relating.
I'm not one of them. I don't hate them, but I'm definitely jumping on this. You get views if you comment on iDubz's video bandwagon shit. I'm not gonna lie. But I respect a lot of what he's doing, and I'm ashamed about things that I've said in this video too. But that that I agree with him. That rush for views and saying crazy shit that'll get you views. And also, yeah, I've been under some stress, so yeah, that's life. But sometimes stress can be good. Sometimes. But then relaxation. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
And enjoying this content for a reason, and that's not maybe the same reason that I'm trying to make. I had a very wide.
Yeah, yes, he's just making the content for commentary purposes, not for people laughing at it.
Eating and enjoying this Padilla's podcast. These are the people that I'm attracting. These are the people that I'm entertaining. Like, I need to value track more. And I did that on Anthony Padilla's podcast. These are the people that I'm attracting. These are the people that I'm entertaining. Like, I need to reevaluate things. They're relating and enjoying this content for a reason, and that's not maybe the same reason that I'm trying to make. I had a very Wild West mentality when it came to online behavior. Like, people are going to do what they want to do. People are going to say what they want to say. And I can pretty much do the same because it's the internet. But I think you have to be a lot more responsible. If you guys are at all interested in how I've arrived here, that video gives a good bit of context and talks about how I've. But I think you have to be a lot more responsible. If you guys are at all interested in how I've arrived here, that video gives a good bit of context and talks about some of my life a little bit. There is a clip from this interview that's been floating around the internet, and it's me calling my fans antisocial and basement dwellers, and I was like, I didn't like, interacting with my fans. I just want to be clear, that was my realization. I think a lot of people are like, of course that happened, is because you were creating that culture, and you were attracting those people. And it's like, yes. I know. I know now. I didn't know before.
Oh, bull fucking shit. This is why 90% of my commentary I feel like is spot on, because he had to be delusional to not know he was creating fucking edgelords. That is fucking cover up. Like, he just said like a minute ago that he is creating the culture, and now he's saying he didn't know that he created the culture.
I know. For a lot of fans.
Listen.
I just want to be clear, that was my realization. I think a lot of people are like, of course that happened, is because you were creating that culture, and you were attracting those people. And it's like, yes. I know. I know now. I didn't know before.
God, he has brain damage. That's why he's like, no, he's just, you're fine.
It was my realization upon
It's his realization. It's his realization, guys.
On, meeting more and more fans that I was like, oh shit, you guys are struggling. It was easy for me to identify them struggling when they were.
Yeah, because you were getting money making fun of other people, and other people like myself, until recently, have not had the balls to push the edge, and that's why I'm looking up to people like you and Sam Hyde, which is crazy to look up to Sam Hyde, but objectively, iDubz is going the more moral route here. Everybody's equal, aliens, we're all one. Okay, that's cool, but I think Sam Hyde's just going to chase that route too. We're all one, but sometimes in male culture, a little bit of bullying, a little bit of heckling, that's gamer culture, bro, that's male culture, bro, and that's okay. That's okay. That's male culture. And that'll change over a couple thousand years. Maybe we'll get more pussified. They say we're evolving because our teeth are getting smaller, I digress.
Outside of my body. But the antisocial basement dwelling incel that was inside here, I couldn't acknowledge that. I couldn't recognize that. So I needed the mirror to be held up to me.
Okay.
In closing, I want to say that
You're a fucking moron.
I have always
I love you.
thought that
I'm a moron too, but I just... How did you not know? How did you not know making fun of people? Anyway. That dopamine, that ego high that I love about Rick Sanchez and Sam Hyde and the old iDubz.
I was an empathetic person.
Empathetic. Okay, come on, let's just finish it, Haley.
That I couldn't recognize that.
Okay.
So I needed the mirror to be held up to me.
Okay.
In closing, I want to say that I have always thought that I was an empathetic person, because I thought, well, I get angry, I get sad. Of course, I got empathy. Seems easy, right? Empathy. I definitely have that. There were moments where like a dog would die in a film and I'd cry. So it's like, of course I have empathy. But I never did. I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy. And I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy. But I have.
I'm 37, bro, and I've had empathy my entire fucking life. I'm sorry that you have not had it until 32. Actually, I'm almost not sorry because you made some great content. And while some people were harassed, hopefully no one's life was totally ruined by you, and you made a lot of money, and you got popular, and you probably even made Sam Hyde popular. So, it's a complicated boat, buddy.
And I've realized it because I just like can't help myself but like feel for other people's pain and suffering now. I'm still not perfect. I think that is, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up potentially, but it's at least there. And I just want you guys to know that you can.
My empathy meter has been at 75 to 100 my entire fucking life, and it has fucked me over. I wonder, so Sam Hyde's empathy meter must be like at 10 or 20. Or maybe it's higher than his, but he doesn't... Anyway, I don't fucking know.
Can unlock ability only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up, potentially. But it's at least there. And I just want you guys to know that you can unlock ability empathy if you, experience more life. It might take you getting hurt a little bit, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. So thank you for watching, everyone. I do want to create more regular content, and I don't want to just have the next 5 videos be apologies. So I have uploaded a squirrel video on my second channel if you want to watch that. I guess as one final thing, I just want to thank everyone who's given me the space and the compassion to grow as a person, because it's taken longer than it probably should have. I appreciate everyone, and I think most importantly, I appreciate my wife, Anissa. She has been insanely compassionate and helpful and patient in allowing me to grow over the years, and has legitimately encouraged me to be a better person, and not a better person in just like the iDubz becoming woke kind of way. She was the one who said that I should try this boxing thing. I would have never done that on my own because I was insecure.
So it had nothing to do with Sam Hyde.
And I was pathetic. I did this, and I am so glad I did. It's been amazing.
Well,
so,
cool.
Anissa?
Good for you. Namaste. Anissa, I love you so much. Please, please come back from the couch, Anissa. Come back to bed. I'm sorry. That's mean, but okay.
I love you. You're amazing. Right now you're streaming. But bon voyage. Toodles.
To the old iDubz.
We're going live.
I don't have any fucking words. That's it.